omens, and death premonitions across mythologies and folk beliefs. The owl is one of the oldest and most universal omens of death. In ancient Greece, the owl was sacred to Athena, the goddess of wisdom. But there was an omen. Seeing an owl before battle foretold a bloody combat with many deaths and casualties. But if an owl appeared during battle, flying overhead, it was seen as Athena blessing the warriors and bringing victory. In ancient Rome, hearing an owl's cry was considered a direct warning of death. Seeing an owl inside a home or temple was a terrible omen, usually meaning death was imminent. The fear was so strong that when an owl entered the capital, the city ordered a full purification ceremony to cleanse the bad omen. Roman writers like Virgil, Ovid, and Pliny linked owls with death, funerals, and graveyards. Pliny even called it the monster of the night. In ancient Mesopotamia, owls were feared as companions of Lilith, a demon linked to death, disease, and misfortune. Their appearance at night was seen as a dark omen. In ancient China, owls were omens of evil and death. Seeing an owl near a home was believed to predict disaster or loss. Similarly, in ancient Japan, owls were linked to death and dark spirits. But in later centuries, they became symbols of luck and protection. In Aztec mythology, owls were sacred to Mictlantecuhtli, the god of death, who demanded endless human sacrifices. His companion, the owl Tunkuluchu, was seen as a harbinger of death. Hearing an owl's cry was a sign that death was near. In Mayan mythology, for owls, shooting owl, one-legged owl, macaw owl, and skull owl served as messengers of Xibalba, the underworld of Maya people. Their appearance was seen as a sure warning that death is coming. Among the Cuckoo people of Kenya, seeing or hearing an owl was feared as a direct warning that someone would soon die. In Maori tradition, the call of an owl foretold an approaching death within the tribe. Raven and crow. In Greek mythology, ravens were sacred to Apollo and had white feathers. But after bringing him bad news, Apollo cursed them, turning their feathers black. From that moment, ravens became symbols of misfortune. In Norse mythology, ravens were sacred to Odin, the god of wisdom, war, and death. His two ravens, Hugin and Munin, flew across the world, bringing news of death and fate. In Celtic legends, the goddess Morrigan often appeared as a raven, foretelling doom before great battles. In Celtic and medieval European folklore, both ravens and crows were feared as messengers of death. Black dog and black cat. In Celtic and British folklore, the black dog was a terrifying omen of death, often appearing near crossroads, graveyards, or lonely roads at night. Its sight was believed to foretell imminent death or disaster. Legends of ghostly black dogs stretch back to the ancient tribal traditions of the British Isles. In ancient Egypt, black cats were sacred to Bastet, the goddess of protection and home. Cats were seen as protectors and bringers of good fortune. killing a cat, even accidentally, was punishable by death. But by medieval Europe, black cats became feared as companions of witches and demons. Seeing a black cat crossing your path was believed to bring misfortune, and harming one could invite curses or even death. Snake. In ancient Greece, seeing a snake near a house or tomb was a sign of divine protection. Killing a snake near a sacred site was feared to anger the spirits and bring misfortune. In ancient Rome, a snake entering the home was believed to bring luck, but harming a snake could invite disaster. In ancient India, snakes were sacred to the gods. A cobra entering a place was seen as a divine blessing, symbolizing protection and prosperity. But killing a cobra was believed to bring terrible karma and death. King cobras were also thought to guard hidden treasures, and encountering a snake in a forest could be a sign of treasure nearby. In traditional Chinese belief, white snakes were seen as magical beings capable of taking human form. Harming such sacred creatures was a dangerous taboo, feared to provoke misfortune or the wrath of the gods. In Thai tradition, if a snake enters a house, it is believed to be a sign that someone in the family will soon die. Butterfly and moth. In ancient Greece and Rome, butterflies symbolized the soul. The Greeks used the word psyche to mean both soul and butterfly. A butterfly represented the soul leaving the body after death, but seeing a living butterfly was not considered a death omen. In China and the Philippines, seeing a black butterfly or black moth in the house is believed to mean a death in the family. In Mexico, a black butterfly, called Mariposa de la Muerte, or butterfly of death, is seen as a messenger of death. In the Caribbean, especially Jamaica and Trinidad, black moths called duppy bats are believed to be spirits of the dead. In medieval Europe, the death's-head hawk moth, with its skull-shaped marking, was feared as a messenger of death. Farmers in France and Britain believed that seeing one near the home was a sure sign of approaching disaster or loss. Rooster and cuckoo call. In some regions of India, a rooster crowing at night is considered a warning of approaching misfortune or difficult times. In Slavic, Romanian, and Balkan traditions, hearing a rooster crow in the middle of the night was an omen of death in the family. In Eastern European folklore, hearing the call of a cuckoo at the wrong time, especially early in the spring or near the home, was believed to be an omen of death or misfortune.